Hey guys, so this time I decided to do another quick and easy wood turning project, and this time it's a whistle keyring. It actually works. So anyways, I picked this project up at Rockler or Amazon, I don't know, one of those places, and it's made out of an acrylic. It's purple or pinkish, I don't know. It's one of those colors. But anyways, it's a fun project. It's an easy project. So check out the video of how I made this, and as always, check out my website at WoodLogger.com, where I've got more pictures and videos and information of how I did this and other projects. After I got my my blank cut, now I just need to find the center. I'm going to use I have a center finder that I got from Rockler. Okay, and there's no way this is going to show up on the video, but basically I've got a cross on my block, and I can see my exact center that I'm going to need to use with my my drill bit. Okay, well, I've got my blank all finished. Now I just need to put the little tube on the inside, and to do that, well, actually before I do that, I need to rough up the brass, and this is just so that the glue has something to kind of grab onto. Yeah, I think that's pretty good. And I use this, it's called CA glue, and it's a quick drying glue. It really does dry pretty quickly. Okay. Poke it in. Okay, just need to let that dry, and then I will use a barrel trimmer and trim up both ends. Well, so I've got my blank, it's all ready to go now. I've got my brass tube inside, and now I just need to load it up on my mandrel. And for this one, it's such a small piece that I'm turning. I'm using a spacer block, and then I have some extra bushings that I've used for other projects that I don't necessarily need for this one. But for the keyring that I'm doing, I did go ahead and buy, there's a couple of bushings that are designed just for the keyring kit, and they're available separate. And so I went ahead and got those as well. So now to load up this piece, I'm going to put some spacers on there just so I can get it snug. And this is just a scrap piece of wood. This is my one of the bushings for the keyring. Do this one next. It's the other bushing. I'll do that as a spacer. And then I just tighten it all up. Okay, well, I've gone through and I've done all the different grits of sandpaper and wood. This looks great. The last thing I like to do is take a like a cotton towel. This is actually an old cotton t-shirt that I have. And then I just kind of hold it on there and just kind of let it polish it. Well, that's all done, and it really looks great. Hey guys, so I wanted to just take a second and stop and talk about the acrylic finish, because I get emails quite a bit on some of my other videos on how I've finished a product or how I've sanded it. And so I wanted to show you a product that I'm using. It's a micro mesh type of sandpaper. It's a wet sandpaper, and you can see, I don't know if you can see from the chart very well, but you know, it goes all the way up to 12,000 grit sandpaper. And what you do is you use these pads and you go through the colors. And what's great about these is you just, when you're done, you just wash them off, let them dry, and you can reuse them. And so you just sort of go through each of the colors until you get to the grit that you want. And so anyways, that's what I use for the acrylic sanding. It's really simple. There's no polish or anything that you have to put on after the fact. You know, once you get to 12,000 grit paper, it looks pretty sharp. So anyways, I wanted to take a second and talk about that, and let's go back to the video. Hey guys, so I've got my pin blank all finished, and it doesn't look too bad. I mean, it shined up pretty well with the sanding pads that I used. And so next I just need to assemble this, and for that I'm actually going to use my pin press. You don't have to have a pin press for this kind of stuff, but boy, it sure makes it easier. And this is a pretty simple one. Just kind of get it on there, line it up, hold it steady. So there it is. I've got my whistle all done. And check out my website at woodlogger.com, where I'll put more links and information of how I made this, as well as some other projects that I've got going on.